Ever notice how when someone asks, "Who are you?" you don't actually answer with "you"? You answer with your character bio. I'm Sarah, 32, I do yoga, binge Netflix, and live for tacos. But let's be real, that's not you. That's just your resume of labels. Here's the twist. That thing we walk around feeling as our I, our ego, it's not as solid as it feels. It's more like a Snapchat filter. Flashy, convincing, but still just pixels on your face. And in this video, you're going to discover 3 things. Why your sense of I is mostly an illusion, how that illusion sneaks into your daily life without you even noticing, and most importantly, what the real you actually is when the mask finally drops. So stick with me until the end because that's where it all comes together. And trust me, you'll never look at yourself the same way again. So the question is, how did we all get hypnotized into thinking the filter was real in the first place? All right, let's break this down like we're in ego cooking class. The recipe for ego has 2 main ingredients. Your mental image of yourself, the fake little sensation of me you feel behind it. Let's start with the first ingredient, the image. The image of you. You didn't come out of the womb saying, "Hello, I am Jessica, rising sign Capricorn, coffee addict." No, you came out just wiggling around, pure, raw being. That image of yourself came later. And guess where it came from? Mostly from other people's feedback. Think about it. Your mom says, "That's not like you, don't act that way." Your teacher says, "Pay attention." Your friends tell you, "You're the funny one," or "You're the shy one." Little by little, you collect these sticky notes people slap on you until, boom, you've built a mask. And here's the funny part. The very word person comes from the Latin persona, which literally means mask. So from the beginning, you were never supposed to confuse the mask with the actor. But guess what? We all did. Now, society hands out roles like a video game character menu. Are you the strong silent type? The class clown? The career woman? Or the sensitive soul who cries at Disney movies? And you pick your flavor. Or worse, you get assigned one. Then you walk around thinking, "This is me." But really, that's just your social avatar. It's like latitude and longitude lines on a map. They help us navigate, sure, but you can't pick up the equator and tie it around your package. Why? Because it doesn't actually exist. In the same way, your ego image doesn't exist as something solid. It's an imaginary role. Useful? Sure. Real? Nope. Why the image is a caricature? Here's the kicker. This image is so incomplete, it's basically a cartoon version of you. Think about it. Your ego doesn't include your heartbeat. It doesn't include your lungs or belly rumbles. It doesn't include cosmic rays, the sun's energy, or the billions of relationships you have with oxygen, plants, electricians, phone signals, and the whole universe that keeps you alive. Your ego skips all of that. Instead, it gives you this tiny caricature. "Oh yeah, that's me, the anxious overthinker who likes iced coffee." That's like trying to describe the entire ocean with 1 cup of water. Of course it feels small. Of course it feels incomplete. And yet, here's the kicker. Even though this ego image is incomplete, we still feel something deeper. Something behind the word me. Not just the story, not just the mask, but a real solid sensation. So the big question is, if the ego is only a cartoon version of us, then what is that feeling we call me? And here's where it gets even stranger. Because if your ego image is just a cartoon, then that mysterious sensation of me you feel behind it, it might not be what you think at all. In fact, it might be the biggest illusion of them all. Let's explore that in the next chapter. Okay, so here's the weirdest part. We all walk around saying, "Well, sure, my ego is just an image, but I still feel me. I feel it right here, solid, real, behind the word I." But what if I told you that sensation of me is actually a glitch, like a spot on your glasses? You think it's your vision, but really it's just dirt on the lens. Why feeling you means something's off? Think about your body. When it's working fine, you don't notice it. You don't feel your stomach unless it's growling. You don't feel your brain, thank God. You don't feel your ears unless they're ringing. Which means, if you actually feel yourself as an I, something's off. That tight little knot we call ego, it's like the ringing in your ears. It's a symptom, not the real music. Let's rewind to school. Remember when the teacher yelled, "Pay attention"? What did you do? You didn't actually start learning better. You just did the face of paying attention. You furrowed your brows. You stared at the teacher like you were laser focused. But inside, your brain was still on last night's cartoon or your crutch 3 rows over. That frown, that stare, that became your body's shortcut for, "I am here. I am me." And it didn't stop there. Ever try to read a boring book? You glare at the page like it owes you money. Ever try to listen carefully? Suddenly your ear muscles are working overtime, like little bodybuilders. And when someone says, "Use your willpower," what do? You clench your jaw, tighten your fists, suck in your stomach like you're about to arm wrestle life itself. But here's the kicker. None of that effort actually helps. Frowning doesn't make you smarter. Clenching your fists doesn't improve your willpower. Straining your muscles doesn't make your nervous system run better. It just creates a fake little knot of tension. And that knot is what we end up calling me. The ego is a muscle cramp. Let me put it bluntly. Your ego is like a psychological muscle cramp. It's your body trying to prove it's doing something important, when really it's just tensing up for no reason. That I feeling you cling to, it's not your essence, it's not your soul. It's your body making the same face it did in kindergarten when the teacher screamed, "Pay attention!" So if the ego is just a strained little knot, a false alarm, then what's the real you? Because here's the secret. The real you isn't hiding behind the knot at all. The real you is the whole experience. Everything you see, hear, feel, and breathe in this moment. And if that sounds wild, just wait, because in the next chapter, we're going to peel back the illusion and reveal the you that's been hiding in plain sight the whole time. Before we go deeper, thank you for being here. Every comment, every thought you share, it's not just conversation, it's proof that we're all in this mystery together. So don't just listen, join in, drop your reflections in the comments. You never know who needed to hear your words today. So are you ready to explore what the real you actually is? The one that's been hiding in plain sight this whole time? Let's go. Okay, let's strip it all down. If the ego is just an image, and the me, feeling, is just a muscle cramp, then what's left? Here's the plot twist. What's left is the biggest thing you've been ignoring all along. Everything. You've been looking in the wrong place. Most of us go hunting for the real me like it's some little marble hidden in the skull. We think, it must be in here somewhere. In my brain, in my soul, behind my eyes. But let me ask you this. When you look at a sunset, do you feel like you are over here and the sunset is over there? Or does the whole thing, your eyes, your breath, the colors, the feeling it stirs, become one event happening in real time? The truth is, the real you isn't sitting behind your eyeballs like a gamer with a controller. The real you is the whole scene unfolding. Ego makes you feel like a spotlight shining on the world. This is me, the observer. But in reality, you're not just the spotlight. You're also the stage, the audience, the air, the whole theater. It's like mistaking yourself for the flashlight beam and forgetting you're actually the electricity powering the whole grid. The real you is wider than you. Think of it this way. When you breathe, are you breathing air? Or is the air breathing you? When you eat, are you absorbing food? Or is the whole planet recycling itself through your body? When you fall in love, are you the one feeling love? Or is love just life recognizing itself in another? The line between you and not you isn't just blurry. It was never there to begin with. Why this is so hard to believe? Because ego is loud. It's like the pushy MC at a concert, grabbing the mic and shouting, "Look at me, I'm the star." Meanwhile, the real music, the infinite orchestra of existence, has been playing the whole time. And when the MC finally shuts up, even for a moment, you realize the show never needed him. So who are you really? You are not the knot in your stomach. You are not the image in the mirror. You are not the spotlight in your head. You are the entire dance of existence, the sky breathing, the heart beating, the universe playing dress up as you. And once you see that, the illusion of being a lonely little me melts, because you were never trapped inside your head at all. You've been the whole thing, the whole time. So here's the deal. If you still think you're just this little voice in your head, just this ego mask you're wearing. You've been playing life on easy mode, with the volume turned way down. The truth? You are not in the world is in you. Every sound, every sight, every thought, every feeling. That's the real you happening right now. And honestly, thank you for staying with me through this. Most people scroll past stuff like this because it feels too heavy, but you stayed. That tells me you're not afraid of truth, you're ready for it. Now I want to hear from you. Have you ever had a moment, like watching a sunset, holding someone's hand, or even just laughing so hard you forgot yourself, where you felt like you weren't in the world anymore, but were the world? Drop it in the comments. Seriously, your story might be the one that wakes someone else up. Until next time, don't just wear the mask. Don't just clutch that little ego knot. Relax and breathe, because the real you has been hiding in plain sight this whole time.